Happy Friday! It's Valentine's Day Eve.
I know.
And we have some of our cutest Valentines right here, newlyweds, here in the studio. That's not why you're here.
Oh,
But
no.
it is cute that you guys did just get married.
It is cute. We are so cute.
Yes, you are.
Cutest couple on Main Street TV.
That's right. I mean, I think so.
We should win an award or something.
You should. We should just,
Hang up on the wall.
We'll work on that. Maddie and Josh, cutest couple on Main Street TV. I'll get you a plaque or something.
Yeah. Do you have any fun Valentine's Day plans?
Work. I'm like, whoo, restaurant business is rough, especially when it falls on the weekend.
Busy Saturday.
And probably tonight too is going to be crazy, I would guess. So we are doing Valentine's Day specials tonight.
I saw the menu.
Tomorrow.
It looks good.
Yeah, thanks. Are you going to bring her out?
We're actually going up to Easton. She likes this place called Texas Day Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite place on the planet.
And, meat on
like meat. Yes, I love that.
We did go last year to Six Sense, but we're going up to Texas Day Brazil.
Well, thanks. Okay, that's okay then. I'll let you slide this time. But no, Maddie and Josh are here from OSU Extension, and we're going to talk about some really interesting things today. Some things that both adults and youth are required to participate in and to know. And that's like quality assurance, right?
Yeah. So today we're going to talk a little bit about I would say a extension signature program, something that extension brings to the table when you have extension in a community. Okay. And so we'll talk a little bit about youth quality assurance and then kind of, I guess, adult quality assurance training.
Yeah, it's something that the kids and the adults both have to participate in.
And kind of some of the activities and lessons kind of behind that training, the historical kind of concepts of it, and then just talking about kind of 4-H and how that ties in and all of this fun stuff. So we have some activities for you today to explore, maybe test your knowledge, sort of things. So it'll be fun.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, we look forward to it. All right. So, Adrian, you have a message? Okay. We have a message to play, and then we'll be back, and they're going to put me to the test, I think. So, we'll be right back after this.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with our cutest Valentines, Maddie and Josh from OSU Extension. And there's a whole lot of other fancy titles, but I can't remember them, so we're just going to go with that.
That's good.
Okay. So cool. No, we were talking off the air about this quality assurance, and I was saying I don't ever remember having to do that in 4-H because it's something required for the kids and also adults. But you said it was because I showed horses and I'm not selling them for like consumption or whatever.
Right. So
hopefully.
Quality assurance, it's only for those kids who are taking animals that are going to go to the food processing.
For market,
Right. So you didn't take market horses, right?
No. Okay, I don't think that's a project.
If you took market horses, you probably would have had to take QA. But since you didn't take market horses,
I'm good.
you're going to take QA.
Yes. Okay.
So QA is just talking about quality assurance. You know, all those animals that are at the fair, most of them will be ending up into our food chain. So making sure that they meet the needs for our packers, our suppliers, and also for the public. So making sure there's no injuries to the meat, but also making sure there's no medicine in the meat. And that's what we're going to be talking mostly about just today. But for quality assurance, we cover all that. This year we're covering medicine, we're covering
food safety. We're talking about rules and regulations. So,
you know what? I never even thought about all of that.
Yeah, there's teaching the kids about, what rules are USDA, what rules are Ohio Department of Agriculture, what rules are maybe local, and why do we have rules and why do we follow them? So that's one of them.
Do they vary from state to state, the different rules and laws?
A little bit, but not very much.
I mean, what's safe is safe, I would guess. So,
Right, so
Yeah.
there's a national standard. So
Yeah.
for our adult classes, we talk about QA for those kids. That's something they have to do if they're coming to the fair. But BQA is beef quality assurance. So beef producers, some packers won't accept their beef products if they don't have that BQA certification. If you look at pork, there's PQA. So it's pork
I sense the pattern
Yeah.
here.
So packers won't accept their
Like, is there
pork products.
CQA?
I don't think there's CQA.
I think it's just QA. Yeah.
It's just QA. But those are the two ones that we mainly deal with. In our area, we deal with a lot of BQA. So we have BQA, which is certification that lasts 3 years. So I teach a lot of our farmers locally getting that certification. And they always stare at me and they're always like, oh, because it's like, it's the same stuff, but
But 3 years comes around so fast.
Yes.
You know, you're like, didn't I just do this?
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
So today we're going to be doing an activity. And this is one that we have our youth actually do. So this is a medication insert. And Adrian, if you want to put that up, this is what it looks like. It's a big poster that we're going to put on the wall. And the kids, what they would do is they have just a blank copy what Adrian has. So we're going to put that in front of you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you these little stickers.
Oh, gosh.
These stickers have different names, and you need to put it where they need to go. So the first one I'm going to give you is active ingredient. Where do you think active ingredient goes? And Adrian, if you want to put that one back up, we'll put side by side. So if you're playing along at home, where do you think the active ingredient is going to go at? Is it going to go at the first sticker location, second, third, all the way down? So we're looking at this medication.
Yes.
What do you think is going to be that active ingredient?
Right here.
Active ingredient. Okay. So Jen put it on the fourth one down for those working at home. So it'd be the second one on the left. I'm going to give you the route of administration. I think the route of administration goes. Okay. So you put it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one down, or the third one on the right. What about storage requirements? Where's storage requirements at? She's looking. There's a lot of words on the.
There are a lot of
words. So think about being, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old and looking at something like this.
I mean, you can't even read the words that are on this thing.
It's a lot, right? And so to a young child, this might look like a lot, but this is actually a very simplified version of a medication insert, which we'll talk about.
Read the stuff that we, as humans have to do. I can't even imagine what animals are. Yeah, that thing is like this long.
So when we have a medication,
you can take that
I'll show this very quickly. This is a bottle of Prevail.
Look at the label.
Which is just like an injectable medication, right? And so your label is on the front of that medication, but then you have this insert that kind of folds out with all these little tiny words. And there's even more. We could keep folding it out.
Do you know how mean that is for someone that's 50?
Yeah.
There's no way.
So
you can't read that.
We're teaching young people, though, to look for these key sections on this medication insert. So then when they're administering this medication, they can find the information, the important information that they need. So we'll keep testing you.
Okay.
All right, this one's going to be hopefully an easy one. Name of the drug. Where's that one at?
I think that would go at the top.
Put it at the very top. All right, this one's going to be sizes available.
Sizes available.
So that might mean how much is in this medication. Down at the bottom?
Yep.
All right, cautions and warnings. Where's cautions and warnings at?
Cautions and warnings. I'm going to go with here.
Down by
I think.
Warning. Okay. Dosage. Where's the dosage going to be at?
I saw that one earlier.
Dosage.
I think.
There you go.
I think that's right.
Withholding times or withdrawal times?
Oh.
What is a withdrawal time?
I don't know.
Oh, good one.
This is one that's kind of a tricky one for a lot of our 4-Hers. It's kind of a vocabulary word we try to get them to learn. So withdrawal time. A withdrawal time is the amount of time it takes for that medication to leave the animal's body for where it's safe to consume their meat afterwards. So if you were at the fair and you gave them medication,
Can I change?
you
You can,
change,
yeah.
I think this goes here
Okay,
and this goes here.
got it.
Good job.
So
Yeah.
species and animal class. Where's the
Um,
species and animals class for this one?
I feel like that goes here.
Okay, and then approved use.
Uh
That's your
oh.
last one, approved use.
Wait.
You got one left.
Wait. I feel like, wait.
You may have to do a switcheroony.
Yeah. Hold on. I think that goes here. Oh. Maybe? Wait. But I don't think that goes. I don't know what I did wrong.
So there's one out of place. So Jim's
Yeah.
got them all right except one. So which one are we going to change?
And it is
So she's
kind of
pulling the active
confusing.
ingredient over.
Yep.
All right, and you still have two that need switched.
I'm going to. Ooh.
So
Okay.
you did a right correction by moving the active ingredients, but two of those need switched.
Mhm.
Can we switch them for you?
Yeah, I don't know.
It is
So-
confusing.
The approved use and animals need to switch. So the species and animals class this
Oh.
tells you cattle, swine, sheep, the animal species.
Oh,
This tells
gotcha.
you
Okay.
why you can give the medication.
I got
So
you.
this one says for cattle, if it's got bronchitis.
See.
we're able
Here,
to-
let's show them.
I just killed the cow.
It looks great. Looks great. Looks. Oh, I just
They're
dropped some.
falling off.
I didn't.
Maybe
Yeah.
if you want to pull those back up, we can go ahead and walk through it. So that first one at the top, that
Yeah,
ambionic,
looks
that's going
great.
to be that name of the
Oh.
drug.
Oh my gosh.
Just go ahead and flip it upside down. Just before we have the answers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the answers are on the back.
All the answers are on the back.
Answers are on
Well,
the
why
back.
didn't I just
Easy
look at
one.
that?
Going over to the one on the
I
right
could have
side,
cheated.
right next underneath the name of the drug, that's going to be the active ingredients. So the active ingredients usually that fancy long word underneath the name of the drug. I like to say, like, if you're thinking about it, if you think Fruit Loops, that's the name of a cereal, and then what is Fruit Loops? It's a cereal. So cereal would be the actual
Mhm.
name of.
So we try
Drug.
to talk to them
Gotcha.
about like name brands versus the product, you know? So for like humans, it could be Tylenol, but then acetaminophen, right?
Yes,
So
that's what I was just trying to
thinking-
think
yes,
of. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
or Advil is ibuprofen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the two we had switched up was right underneath the active ingredient. That's going to have that animal and species name. So we look at this one, we say, this one's for those beef cattle or non-lactating cattle, swine, or sheep. So if I had a goat and I wanted to give this medication to the goat, I am not allowed to do that without a veterinarian's
Don't do it.
prescription.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's back up for a minute because I think it does get a little confusing. Like we as humans, if we need an antibiotic or whatever, we have to go to the doctor, go to the pharmacy and get that.
Mhm.
But there are animal medications that you can buy over the counter at like Tractor Supply or Henderson's or something
Mhm.
like that. So it is a little bit different for animals versus humans.
Not too much different. If you
Because
think about
that's why you need to know this stuff, though.
Right. So if you think about the medication, there is the over-the-counter where you don't need a prescription. You don't need a vet to tell you. You don't need a doctor to tell you. So you can go out and get Tylenol from the store. You
Right.
could go out and get specific medications from the store. But the stuff that you can't buy, that you need a prescription, you got to go to CVS for. Same thing with our vets. You got to get a prescription for that animal. And the reason they do that is because either one, the medication's a lot stronger than
Mhm.
what it is, or B, it used to be over the counter. There's a lot of situations where we've had medication that's over the counter and people use it, but they're not using it right.
Correct.
So they're either using it too much or not enough, and both is not a good situation.
Right.
Because if we're not giving enough medication to an animal, that virus or whatever we're trying to treat for can start building resistance. And once we have that virus with the resistance and it keeps multiplying
Mhm.
across the herd, that medication means nothing, and now we have to spend a lot of time, energy just to get
Adrian.
medication that's able to be
Mhm.
used.
So these are all things that we teach these kids in quality assurance. You know, we talk to them about antibiotic resistance. We talk to them about reading a medication label. We talk about, you know, prescription versus maybe off-label drug use or extra-label drug use, obtaining permission from a veterinarian. So let's say with this example here on this poster, like Josh says, according to this medicine label here, we cannot give this product to goats.
Right.
But maybe we obtain permission from a veterinarian and they prescribe it for a goat, maybe at a lower dosage.
Sure.
So with permission from a veterinarian, we can use this product.
But
maybe
don't just
extra
willy-nilly
label.
go rogue.
Yes, yeah.
You
So
know,
we talked
that's not
to we
okay.
talked to our youth exhibitors about that, and our producers as well. About the ways that they can utilize medications. I think right now, especially with folks that are not as involved in food animal agriculture, somebody's trying to call me. A lot of people that are not involved in food animal agriculture, there's a lot of buzzwords right now when it relates to things like antibiotics and using medication in our food, and so we're teaching our young producers about proper use of medication and
Sure.
proper care for their animals. If an animal is sick, obviously we want to take care of it.
Well, yeah.
Right? You don't want to just let it be sick.
No.
And
Same
then,
as us.
Yeah, and then ultimately, if that animal is a food animal, and then you let it be sick, right, that product in the end is not going to be a good product. And then, restaurants are not going to want to buy that product to sell
Sure.
on their floors and stuff. So just thinking about, farm to table and what that looks like kind of in a holistic sense. So
Makes sense.
So looking at the rest of the label, we have like the approved uses. So that's going to be anything where it's telling you what animal you can use it on, but what the condition that animal has. So if you've got a cattle with bronchitis, this is the medication we can use. But everything that's listed on there is only what you can treat for. So if it's a disease that's not listed
And
on there,
it's
we can't
different
treat
for different animals.
it. Right.
Yeah.
So different medications can be treated for different animals different ways. And the only way that we can get permission to use it for a disease that's not listed is through a veterinarian. So that's that extra label of drug use for that specific drug. You can't use it anywhere else. You have to have a veterinarian's permission.
So when like say I have a hog and I take it to, or is it tested for drugs or whatever?
Yes.
When it gets to where the butcher
So
or
once it's processed, they're able to test it and see if the meat contains any type of drug residue. And that's one thing that I've really broadcast in my beef quality assurance. Is one slide says there's a report from I think it's NPR that's talking about a cattle carcass that had 8,000% the amount of medications that it should legally have in its body.
oh god.
So when you have those reports come up that this beef product has 8,000% the amount of medication in it, how do you want to eat that beef?
No.
How much do you trust the industry in eating that beef? So that's why we talked about, BQA. It can be really boring. It can be really monotonous, but it's really important stuff because what you do alters our end product. So if you're not doing it right, people are going to not trust the industry. And if they don't trust the industry, people aren't eating the products. And then bada bing, bada boom,
Yeah.
we have a lot of issues.
And at the county fair, if you see whenever they do, grand champion, reserve champion, they will pull them to the side with our fair vet, and they will wait for them to pee in a cup, and they will test that urine.
No,
Yes,
just like
they
an
will.
athlete.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
will see them during the show, hanging out in the show arena after the show's over, just waiting for that animal to pee. And they'll collect that urine sample, and that urine sample goes directly to the Ohio Department of Agriculture for testing.
So you can't get by with anything.
Nope.
cheat.
And that's good. I mean, that's how it should be.
And then every animal that goes into the food animal system is tested as well. It's a very important concept that we try to talk to our producers about, keeping our food system safe, because if there are drugs in that system, that animal system, we can't consume that, right? Because then it continues that process of antibiotic resistance and just generalized, problems, right? We shouldn't be eating meat that contains medication, right?
No.
And so we talked to our youth about this. They learn to read these drug labels, and then we get them hands-on actually with examples. So these are example medications that I have that are old and expired and like
They don't look so
no,
good.
yeah,
but,
they don't look very good. Don't
but
look
you
at
can
them too
still
closely.
see the.
But the med labels are
Yeah.
still on them, and they can practice reading from an actual, this poster looks very different compared to this bottle, right?
Mhm. And every bottle's different.
And every bottle's different. And so then we practice hands-on looking at an actual medication
Okay, this is
and
funny.
looking for
It's
those
upside
active
down.
ingredients. Yeah. Well, because with that one,
When
how do you draw
You're
it?
drawing it out upside down,
Yeah.
so I guess the label's upside down.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you have a hard time reading those labels, every label has to be posted online through
Mm-hmm.
the distributor's website. So all you got to do is type in the name, the exact distributor.
So you
name of
mean
it.
what you're
Mhm.
saying is when
Right.
you're 50
Right.
and you
If-
can't
Yeah.
If
see?
you've got bad eyesight like me, I wear contacts, so I can't see very well.
Mhm.
Not just because you're old. You might need
Did he
to
just
have-
call me old?
I didn't say that. I did not
He did
it.
say
You're
that.
putting words in my mouth. So you can get to the website and you can print off a full page, so you're actually
Okay.
able to see it. And
Same
mark
thing
it.
with human medications too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can use the skills that you're thinking of today to
Yeah, because every one
Apply
of these
to human.
every one of these children may not continue raising livestock after their time in 4-H, right? But they will continue to take medicine themselves
Mhm.
or have children one day and give those children medicine, right? So it's an important life skill. 4-H is all about life skills, right?
Yes, it is.
So it's an important life skill that we're teaching them to be aware of medication usage and labels and looking at dosages, proper storage. These medications have definitely not been properly stored.
I know.
And that's probably the biggest thing we're concerned about with storage is how are we storing them? And we need to restore them to the label. So if it tells you to put it in somewhere where it's cooler, 50 degrees, probably a refrigerator is a good spot to put it.
Right.
If it doesn't matter the temperature, as long as it doesn't get above 140 degrees, that's usually what we see, it can be left out. But these specific ones, you can see the bottle's clear. So this tells me this medication is probably not sensitive to UV light.
Okay.
You can see some bottles where they kind of look like beer bottles where they have that tint to them.
Yeah.
Where it
yeah.
helps prevent that UV light from getting in there because it can cause an effect. But even if it's not in one of those bottles, even if it is a clear bottle, it sometimes may say store in a dark place because if
Right.
it's not sensitive to UV light can still reduce its effectability. So we want to make sure that we're following the label and putting it exactly where it says. And if you're storing it in the fridge, make sure your fridge is working. So check it like every day, every other day, because what happens if you have an old farm fridge where you store your farm medications and it's gone out and it's been out for a month and you didn't realize
And you
it.
had no idea.
All
Yeah.
your medication's gone. It's all
Yep.
bad, not good.
And that's not cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's really common for fridges just to quit working, especially old farm fridges. So make sure you check it. Make sure you have an actual thermometer in there so you know what temperature.
And here's
it
the
is.
thing too, even if you're storing stuff that doesn't need refrigerated, if you're storing it in your barn, God knows how hot it could actually get in your barn and stuff too. So you need to make sure that that temperature stays or cold.
Right.
Like you need to make sure that
Yeah.
your temperature's somewhat regulated in there. Yeah.
Keeping them in areas where they're locked up, no one can get to them.
Yeah.
So you don't have kids going in playing with them.
Yeah.
Making sure you don't get livestock in there playing with them.
Oh, and if you think that livestock doesn't get out, you are sadly
They get into
I have so many
everything.
stories of my horses doing crazy things,
Yeah.
like opening their own doors and
What's the craziest one?
okay, so the craziest one was we had a big Belgian and he opened up the stall door and got out and he ate. I had their grain stored in trash cans with like locking lids. Well, he opened it and ate over a half of a trash can
And probably had a belly ache.
of grain. So that was an emergency call to the vet. Had to come
Yeah.
out and horses, if you don't know, horses have really, really wussy bellies.
Yes.
Very, very wussy bellies. And so that was the whole thing. And he's so big that it just everything about it was so big. I was just
goodness.
like,
Yes. Yeah.
and then I had my neighbor call one time, and one of my other horses had let him and his friend out of the stall. They were in there. They were in a run-in together, but got out through the stall. And he's like, hey, your horses are out on standpipe. I'm like, and it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So we went out and rounded them up and it was fine. Luckily, they were friends. So if once I got hold of one, then the other one followed, which is how horses are too.
And that's another important thing that we talk about in youth quality assurance. We kind of rotate topics every so many years. So they get different lessons, you know, throughout their career in the program. But we talk about, you know, safe animal handling, safe environments, and we talk about, you know, are their pens safe? You know, what's your emergency plan if there's maybe a barn fire or animals get loose?
You have to think of that.
You know, are we prepared for something?
Do you have really nice neighbors that round them up, which I do? Thank you.
And so there's a lot of lessons beyond what we're doing today, talking about, you know, safe animal handling, making sure that, you know, that pens don't have wires sticking out that they can, you know, catch themselves on, or, you know, just all of these things that we think about when we're handling livestock. And so definitely a huge thing that we talk about.
They'll find trouble.
Yes, they will.
Do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, so quality assurance training, definitely a very large part of our work and what we do. I also have some examples here for you. So we can't just hand children needles and say, here, have fun.
Probably not.
I have them super glued in little clear cases so they can safely, I know you guys probably can't see them, but they can safely look at different needle gauges. So I have a whole set of these with all of the different types of needles because do you use the same size of needle for every type of livestock?
I would say no.
No, right? Because they're different sizes. Different medications require different size
Some's thick,
needles.
some's really thin.
Some require different placing, right? So maybe the type of needle that you would use to inject into the muscle might be different than maybe just under the skin, right? So we talk to youth all about this. So we pass around these little examples for them to look at. And see the different types of needles that might use. So tell me about the ones that you have here in front of you.
Well, I'm looking at these. The first one I saw is very bent, and that's certainly something you would not want to use. And this one is rusted. The very tip of it is like rusted. Definitely no.
Yeah.
And then
What about the third one in there?
the third one, well, you are asking me with my old eyes. I'm looking. I can't tell anything with that one.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Look at the very tip of that needle. What's up with it? It's just so ever so slightly bent at the very tip of that needle. You see that?
Yeah.
So then we have examples of bad needles. Needles that if you were to give an injection to your animal, what you kind of would use and what you would not. So then we would read the drug label and look at the suggested needle size, let's say, and then they would find that. But then also we talk about examples of needles that we would not use. You know, we don't want to reuse needles. We don't want to do rusted needles or bent needles, right? Because that can cause damage. And so that's kind of the kind of second aspect to this of reading drug labels and looking at, different ways to inject. We also talk about, I don't have any examples with me today, but is every medication that we give an injection?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, no, not every medication that we give is an injection, right? So we have topicals, we have pour-ons, we have fly sprays, we have feed, medicated
oral medications
feeds, right?
For sure. Like I've had one horse, you just like squirt it up in their mouth or whatever.
Right?
So
there's lots of ways to give medications to animals. And so we talk about the different ways that we can do that too. So they can explore. I think an important part of teaching youth is letting them be hands-on and letting them look at things. So we explore different sizes of syringes and we look at, ways that we can give animals medication and other aspects too. So.
And there's also medications that you have to get into a vein versus putting into a muscle. And getting into a vein is pretty much like, as far as I'm concerned, a vet situation because I don't want to be
Yeah.
responsible for that.
Yeah.
But you also need to make sure that the muscle medications don't go into
Mhm.
a vein, which is a whole other situation.
And, you know, 9 times out of 10, that 11-year-old kid is probably not administering that
absolutely.
med, right? But it's that hands-on experience of learning about it, understanding their food and its production and where it comes from, how to care for it. And then eventually, right, they may become that producer, that adult that does give that medication. That is their responsibility. And so learning those skills, I think, from a young age is the goal.
There's nothing wrong with learning at a young age.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
So if you were to administer a shot and it doesn't tell you exactly which way to do it, and which one do you think would be the safest for meat quality? Would you think that going just under the skin would be the safest? Do you think going into the muscle would be the safest for meat quality, or going into the veins would be safest?
Ooh, good question.
We're pop quizzing you
For
today.
meat quality.
For meat quality, which one?
And it doesn't say. I would say right under the skin.
Right under the skin. So if it says sub-Q or subcutaneous, that means right under the skin. That's usually your safest one.
Okay.
Because it's not going into the meat. It's not going to cause any type of damage, hopefully, as long as you do it right.
Right.
It's safest. So.
Okay.
Yep. So our
Yeah, that
label
makes sense.
here tells us where to put it. So it says for intramuscular use only.
So that has to go into the muscle.
So for this medication here in our example, if I were to ask a kid, maybe during skillathon or something, where would we administer that medication? It would be in the muscle.
Gotcha.
So this would be an injection here.
And where do we typically want to put that in on the animal? If it's an intermuscular shot, do we want to put it in the neck or do we want to put it in the rump? Or would you?
I mean, I only know horses really, so typically it's neck.
Yep. Why do you think it's the neck? Thinking about meat.
Because it's the farthest from the meat that you eat.
Yeah, so it's going to have the least amount of meat where you're going to be able to harvest it. So if you go into the rump or somewhere, you might hit some of those vital areas where we're going to get a lot of that meat from. And if it's going to have that blemish, which usually intermuscular will have some type of blemish, they're going to have to cut around that meat, and you're wasting that meat, money, time that took to invest in it.
Yeah. Okay. So anything else, Josh? Did we cover it all? So
that's really interesting.
Yeah. I sent you a flyer, Adrian. If you are a junior fair exhibitor here in Jackson County, you should have received this flyer.
Okay.
It's also on social media and in my 4-H newsletter and all of that. But quality assurance training is a required training for all junior fair exhibitors by law per Ohio Revised Code.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. So we offer here in Jackson County several different options for completing quality assurance training. First, we do test outs in each of the high schools. So any teen that's age 15 or older can test out of QA for the rest of their 4-H career. It's a 50-question multiple choice test. There's some study materials for it, but once they take that test and pass, they don't have to do QA for 3 years, which is typically the rest of their career. We have a large quality assurance training at Parks Edge Event Center in March, sponsored by the Jackson Vinton Farm Bureau. That quality assurance training is full. They cap it just because we have to provide food and spacing and all of that. But we also have our biggest quality assurance training of the year on April 4th. The QA training on April 4th, it is a 4-hour extravaganza. You can come in anytime between that 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. kind of range, and we rotate groups every 15 minutes. So if you've got a ball game or ball practice or whatever sometime that day, you come in, you're there for about an hour to rotate through all the stations. But that day is kind of the day that we hope we can get you in and works best for you. Last year, we saw 215 exhibitors on that day.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's a big day. And then our final makeup training is in May. And that's if you are, just didn't get your QA in, need a final opportunity. That's when that is. And then, of course, Josh does producer training, with beef QA primarily, and, any producer, I don't know if you have any comments about that, but any producers can contact you with questions.
Yep, if you've got a BQA certification that's coming up, just let us know and we can get something on the books. We just had one in Ross County. I know Jackson County, we had one, I think, just last year. So we kind of hold off until people let us know because it's one certification where a lot of people are on the same timeline.
Right. That makes
every
sense.
3 years.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jackson County Youth Quality Assurance, our deadline is June 1st. So you have to have
Okay.
QA done by June 1st to exhibit at the fair. So that's
Gotcha.
a big deadline. So yeah, that information is available on the website.
Let me ask you this, just for clarification. Like,
Mhm.
if you're a Jackson High School student but can't make the Jackson one, could you go to Oak Hill?
I would say that would
Or
be
Wellston?
ask permission from your school thing.
Okay.
We coordinated with the local FFA chapters
Okay.
to coordinate those tests in the high schools. And so I've had some questions about maybe if you're a homeschool student or if you're a student that maybe goes to like Buckeye Hills or CLA.
Sure.
Just coordinate with your homeschool on how that would work best
Okay.
for you. If you can make one of those dates. But
Yeah,
I would
okay.
say if you can't make your school's QA test date, it's probably a good idea to attend an in-person QA. Or there is an online option too. So
Okay.
when I was in high school, I was a super busy kid. I played lots of sports and was involved in a lot of clubs and different things. And getting to a QA class was hard. And so we do have an online option that youth can do, and they can do it self-paced, and all they have to do is get it done by June 1st.
Okay.
Email me a certificate, and then their QA is complete.
Okay. And can you find out all the information
Yep.
with this QR code?
Yep.
Okay.
All that information is on that flyer. If you are a current youth exhibitor, you should have got that information from me, but it doesn't hurt to put it out there, right? And let
Exactly.
people know.
I remember whenever I did QA as like a 3rd through 8th grader, it was always during our soccer games. So we had
Mm.
soccer games. So I'd have my soccer game, show up to QA all sweaty in my soccer cleats, show my shin guards.
You have your
Go
little
through
shin guards
QA
on.
throughout the whole hour, just in my soccer gear, just smelling real bad.
Yeah.
Just, like trying to stay away.
Yes.
That's a core memory I have. So
We-
you gotta make it.
You gotta
do it.
Yep.
Because it's the law.
And if you think you're the only one out there that's going to be smelly from a game, you're not.
No.
So it's fine. No worries.
We try to be flexible. We try to have lots of options
Yeah.
for folks to complete. So the last thing that I want to talk about today, or something that I want to get into, I think we've talked a lot about livestock and animal projects and within 4-H and the county fair today. And what's one thing that I always come on this show and say, do you know? 4-H is not just livestock, right?
It's not just livestock.
So when I was a kid,
By far.
when I was a kid in 4-H, I loved showing my rabbits at the county fair. I loved participating in the county fair. But I also absolutely fell in love with 4-H camp.
Mhm.
And I absolutely loved taking my non-livestock projects and exploring different things, going to the Ohio State Fair and showing off, my scrapbook or my leadership project or whatever it was.
Sure.
And so 4-H is absolutely not just animal science projects. And so even though that's kind of been the focus of our segment today, I hope that that's something that a lot of people know is that 4-H is not just livestock. But if you're interested in taking an animal science project or a non-livestock project in 4-H, we do have our open house coming up here soon. So in
It's so good too.
about a month, right? It's just about a month away. And so the annual 4-H open house, I started this 3 years ago. So this will be our 3rd or 4th one. And so the Spring Project Fair and 4-H open house happens at the Jackson County Fairgrounds in the 4-H building. And all 220 4-H projects will be available on display for people to
Wow.
look at. So if your child is interested in shooting sports, in livestock, in photography, in clothing and sewing, in food and cooking, and leadership and gardening, whatever it is, the open house is the place for you because that's where you can explore all of those projects. In 4-H, youth pick a project, and that project is a book. It's a workbook. And so
Yes.
they do activities in that workbook, complete some sort of project. So whether it's a scrapbook or a poster board or some sort of, maybe it's their actual garden that they planted and raised, right? That project. And then they bring that to what we call project book judging and interviews in the
Yes.
summer. And
The dreaded interview.
talk to a judge and interview with that judge about what they've learned and what they've completed. So the open house is an excellent time to connect with a club if you're interested in joining and don't quite have a club yet. Explore projects that your child might be interested in. get questions answered. I'm going to be there running around.
It's great. It's just a perfect day for finding it out.
Volunteers are there helping to answer questions. We'll have iPads there to help you get enrolled in our online system.
Perfect.
And of course, there's lots of games and prizes and snacks and goodies and lots of stuff. And there's usually animals there too that you can pet and play with.
Who doesn't love that?
Yeah. So the open house, it's just one of my favorite events of the year. And I really hope that even if your family 4-H just isn't the right fit, and maybe you don't have the time or something, but you want something fun to do with your kids that night, just come. There's games to play. Great. There's animals to pet. So even if you already know that maybe 4-H isn't your thing, that's okay. We would still love to see you there.
Absolutely. And it's a really good way just to meet other people and find a club that you fit in with and all that too. Because sometimes that can be intimidating.
Yes, yeah.
You don't know where you fit in.
This flyer, I was telling Jen before the show today, I have my fancy 4-H earrings in because I'm going to Northview Elementary today to visit with those students during their lunch periods. And so this month I'm visiting every elementary school in the county and talking with the youth about 4-H. So every elementary student in the county will go home with one of these flyers. And so the front of the flyer, I know it looks like bricks right now because it's green, but the front of the flyer is the open house flyer with information about our free open house event. And then the back of the flyer is actually our club list, so you can't hardly see it. But every child will go home with a list of every 4-H club that they can join in the county. And
that's great.
What is 4-H? How to join, all of those things. So if your child brings that club list home, look for maybe a name that looks familiar. Or a club that maybe kind of meets in your area. It says, where they kind of meet. Maybe they meet at a church, at an elementary school, at the fairgrounds. Some meet at the extension office. Some meet at, they rotate houses. Mm-hmm, so it just kind of depends on what works best for that.
That's what we did,
club.
I think. We
just kind of rotated houses, volunteers' houses, or parents
hosted the meetings.
So my 4-H club growing up, we always met at the elementary school in the cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
So every club is a little different in some of the projects that they focus on or the age of the kids. So some clubs, maybe they have a lot of younger kids in their club. Maybe some clubs have a lot of older kids in their club. Some clubs, like we have one club that focuses on shooting sports and shooting sports projects only.
Awesome.
We have a club that is a dog club, so they all show dogs, which is really fun, and they learn to train their dogs.
Oh, Canine Clovers,
the Canine Clovers, yeah. And then we have several clubs that are horse clubs, and they show horses and do riding meetings and do lots of fun things like that. So just finding the club that works kind of best for you.
Sure.
Calling and asking questions of club advisors to figure out what's the right fit.
That's good. And then, you guys can kind of help put people in the right path.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So open house. Come to it. It's going to be really fun.
Absolutely. And you will be here the day before the open house so we can push that one more time before you guys throw that shindig.
Mm-hmm. Josh, do you have anything going on?
Just got Farmers Club on Monday. We have Ashley from the Division of Wildlife. She's going to come talk about the Wildlife Habitat Initiative. So if you're interested in the Farmers
fun.
Club, it'll be this Monday coming up eat at 6:30. So you're welcome to come eat with us. But if you don't want to eat, the program starts at 7. So.
And where is that?
That's at the extension office.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. Very
awesome.
Fun. Very fun February.
Yeah. Well, thank you two lovebirds.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us on.
Of course. It's our pleasure always to have you here. We love it so much. And it's always fun to talk 4-H because we all love it. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Pete Wilson walked in with his red shirt on.
Oh.
Typically, it's not love for Pete. It's typically the red shirt does not mean love. It means Ironman basketball or football or something. But we're going to go with it's his Valentine's shirt today.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We do have a couple of messages, and then we will be back with our good friend Pete Wilson and a news update in just a moment.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town. Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
All right, and we are back with our good friend Pete Wilson and the news, which is kind of exciting today.
Right. Well, we are doing the best we can to find out exactly what is going on. And I will tell you,
I mean, Facebook can kind of fill you in a little bit, but yeah.
Right.
But Pete Wilson knows the details.
Well, I'm trying to know the details, put it that way. Had Jeremiah Shaver out on the trail today, but what Jennifer is alluding to and what I'm about to tell you about is apparently a law enforcement operation early this morning that may still be going on involving the United States Marshals Service.
Yeah.
Now, this is something I can tell you that we're not going to get firsthand information on, at least immediately.
No.
Because this is a federal operation that often uses local and area law enforcement officers who become U.S. Marshals.
Sure.
Not all police and sheriff are, but some are, and then they get involved in these operations. In this case, apparently, an attempt is being made to serve a warrant and or make an arrest or maybe multiple arrests in Jackson County. A lot of Facebook activity began when these officers in gear, and there was one armored vehicle, local law enforcement vehicles as well as sheriff's office, Wellston Police, were seen at the First Stop gas station convenience store across from General Mills. A lot of people saw them, in the early morning hours.
Not
there.
something you see a lot in our
as they
area.
were going to work, to and from Wellston, maybe.
Yeah.
And then they seemed to be staged on the south end of Wellston in the 13th Street, 14th Street area. A gentleman posted a video that, has obviously got a lot of views of officers on the scene. There was perhaps, at least video evidence, that there were a couple of men taken into custody, at least temporarily, at a home there in the vicinity of South Pennsylvania Avenue and 14th Street. We have received unconfirmed information, and I'm afraid it's going to stay that way, that those two people who were temporarily detained were released. Maybe a case of mistaken identity, perhaps. Sheriff Ted Frazier, who's always very responsive, we said that the other day.
Yep.
He got back to me on the third call that I made, and all he could say was that it's a United States Marshals Service operation, and there had been no arrests made in Jackson County, which seemed to be in contradiction to what was shown on the video.
Sure.
But as I said, we've also heard that the two men that were temporarily taken into custody, seen in that video being put into vehicles, were released soon after because they weren't who they were looking for.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be careful what I say, but trying to say as much as I can because I know people want to know. Jeremiah Shaver, who's always very willing to go out and track things, try to find out things firsthand, post videos, breaking news and like that. He wasn't able to find out a whole lot, although he made dogged efforts to. He saw them, of course, staged there on the south end of Wellston. From there, they actually went out of Jackson County to Vinton County, and for a while, they were seen at least gathered at the gas station just south of Hamden, or no, would it be north of Hamden? No, it was just north of Hamden at State Route 683 and State Route 93, and they have since left there. So we don't know whether this is still going on in Vinton County or what. Sheriff Frazier said, back to him, he said that the operation is, as far as he knows, is over in Jackson County. He had some of his deputies involved in that. There were Wellston police involved when they were in Wellston. Police Chief John Robinson, who always cooperates with us very well, he got back with Jeremiah by text, and simply said that there is no active crime in Wellston, apparently, or in Jackson County. So there wasn't any big threat going on.
Well, and I think that's important for people to know.
Right, I think so.
That
So
it's not.
that's why I'm sharing that
Yeah.
much. But once again, he says, this is not my story to tell. That was what he said on his text. And the sheriffs pretty much said the same thing. You know, they're very tight on jurisdictional authority and like that. They don't want to speak to the United States Marshal Service. And from the experience that I've had, there may be news coming out of this, but it will be on down the line after somebody gets arrested and they're in court and they get charged with something.
Okay.
So we wish we could tell you a whole lot more, but we're going to tell you everything we think we can because we don't want misinformation to get out there.
But there's no active threat, or nobody should be panicked about anything.
There wasn't like there was an incident or a crime going on that brought all these officers in, and there might have even been some danger or a dangerous person. Now, it might be, quote, a dangerous person or persons that they're looking for something that happened somewhere else or before today. So that is what we know right now. We're going to be following it to get what we can. But to be honest, we don't have a contact for that. And I don't see the United States Marshal Service, wherever they are, telling us what is going on. I know that, some of the they were obviously sensitive to vehicles being around them or whatever. But, when you're in broad daylight and, you got officers in riot gear or SWAT gear, at least that appears what it is.
It's a little,
they're in those vests.
A little obvious.
They're in those vests when there's, an operation going on. Obviously that's going to prompt a lot of questions about what is going on. And that is the extent of what we know right now. We may know a little bit more later on, but maybe not. So we will see.
Okay.
All right, well, we will go on with some other news that we were going to share with you. Serious fire in Wellston late on Wednesday evening. The Wellston Fire Department responded. They got mutual aid from Jackson, Colton, and Hamden Fire Departments. And this occurred at the home of Joan Carter on West 13th Street in Wellston. That's on the south side, of course. And firefighters arrived to find some smoke coming out the front door. When they got inside, there was fire on the first floor and heavy smoke. And firefighters were able to contain the fire to that area. It did not spread all the way through the house. As it turned out, a fire started in the basement in the furnace area. Apparently, maybe a malfunction there. Those are the kind of fires you have in the winter in cold weather, fireplaces and stoves and whatever, and furnaces and other electrical appliances that are getting used. Sometimes, there's a problem with that. No reported injuries, heavy damage to the home. It was not destroyed or anything, but heavy damage.
Okay.
And once again, the Wellston Fire Department provided information on that. State Route 93, which is also West 13th Street in Wellston, as you're, on the south side as you're coming towards Colton, a section of that was closed during the fire almost more than an hour. So we'll have a report on that in the paper as well. All right, looking at some other things that have occurred, want to report that the 2026 Jackson County Apple Festival Queens Contest. The date's been set Saturday, April 4th.
Already, huh?
Right, and that is determined when Easter is.
Easter, it's always Easter weekend.
They always do it on Easter weekend because they can set up in the auditorium of the Jackson Middle School on Friday, because they normally do the little queens on Friday night and the older girls on Saturday night. And the information we have is about the older girls. They always put out information because they want to get applications. Of course, the Apple Festival Queen, if you're interested in that, that is open to Jackson high school girls who are currently in the 10th or 11th grade. It's open countywide to not only the girls in Jackson, but Wellston and Oak Hill school districts as well. There are applications available at the high schools and some other places as well. The timetable is contestants must attend a mandatory meeting at the Jaffe Building on McCarty Lane at 1 p.m. on Sunday, March the 22nd. Of course, they need to enter before then. Entry forms, as I said, are available now, and the applications can be turned in on that March 22nd there at the I'm sorry, there's a mandatory meeting on March the 22nd, but actually the applications have to be turned in by Sunday, March the 1st.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's coming up.
Right. And on March the 22nd, that's when they organize you a little bit for the festival contest, which is the next weekend. So once again, since I stumbled through that, the contest is 6 p.m. at the Jackson Middle School on Saturday, April the 4th. Contestants must attend a mandatory meeting at the Jaffe Building on Sunday, March 22nd at 1 p.m. Entry forms must be filled out and turned in no later than 3 p.m. on Sunday, March the 1st. There is no exceptions to this deadline.
Okay.
All right. Also, speaking of entry forms, registration is now taking place for the Wellston Gus Macker basketball tournament.
Ooh, that's going to be a
Gus
biggie.
Macker is a big thing. I think we talked about it maybe here on Main Street TV. If I haven't, I am now. But that's going to be August 8th and 9th in downtown Wellston. And that should bring a lot of people into downtown Wellston.
Yes, it should.
It's a big thing, the 3-on-3 basketball, different categories of age levels and like that. The recreation director in Wellston, Kate Smith, is kind of directing that, but the city administration has been very involved in it because in addition to a recreation thing and the basketball folks really being fired up about it, it's going to bring a lot of people into Wellston for just to visit those 2 days. And, you talk about hotel stays, restaurants, gas stations. Everybody will benefit by the extra economic activity of what is going on there. But as far as participating in the Gus Macker tournament, you can drop off your application to the Wellston Parks and Recreation Department at 203 East Broadway Street in Wellston. That's the city building. Of course, you can register online through the Facebook page or the website. The Facebook page would be the Wellston Parks and Recreation site. You might be able to also find a link on the Wellston City Facebook page. Also, in addition to signing up through Gus Macker, which, you can do, the deadline to register, by the way, is July the 20th, so you still have a lot of time, but you can do it now. Also, the deadline to sign up as a vendor, if you want to take advantage of, all those folks that are going to be downtown, is Saturday, June the 20th. The payment deadline for vendors is Friday, July the 10th. Outside space only. The vendors will have assigned spaces. You can have a 10 by 10 space for the entire weekend for only $50. And you, once again, can sign up as a vendor through the the Wellston City Recreation Facebook page.
Awesome.
Sign up for the tournament to participate, sign up to be a vendor for Gus Macker. All right. One of the other things I want to tell you is that the Hug Your Heart event was held yesterday at the Parks Edge Event Center. If you happened to drive by yesterday in the morning and late afternoon,
look at that.
You saw a full parking lot. You can see that they drew a good crowd again.
Yes, they did.
That is something that Holzer Health System does. Now, they do it with help and support of other community organizations, but they are the organizer now. Holzer Health System. Florence Curtis is kind of in charge of that, and they got a great crowd again. It's Hug Your Heart is done towards American Heart Month with the idea of promoting heart health, but it has become just a big social event for senior citizens throughout Jackson County. And
awesome.
You get a free meal. There's entertainment. They had physical activity. This was, I think, a silver sneakers session that they had. There were exercise that actually took place that you could do if you were there. They had plenty of door prizes. They had health screenings, free health screenings. So a lot of good information and activities for senior citizens. And of course, this morning from 10 to 12 at the Wagon Wheelers, they're doing, the Valentine's Day.
You have 15
event.
Seconds to get there.
Right. From 10 to 12 there and that's open to all senior citizens in Jackson County.
It's going to be a party.
I think Red Thompson will be there as well. And also, let's see, of course, we want to tell you that the Jackson County Farmers Club, Josh talked about that, that's on Monday evening. He always has a good program lined up. It's at the Extension office at 6:30 p.m. There's a light meal, and then the program at 7 p.m. He has lined up Ashley Dawson, who is the Wildlife Management Consultant, the Ohio Division of Wildlife. Now, you just don't show up at this. They got to plan a little bit. But if you call Josh at 740-688-5029, that's 740-688-5029. they appreciate pre-registration there. As a matter of fact, it is required.
Gotcha.
Also, so you don't forget, it's a red letter day on Monday. I think we'll be here, Jennifer. We're working.
I think so.
But it's President's Day.
Yes.
That's on the 16th. That honors all presidents. It's a federal holiday. Not sure about the schools, but most governmental entities will be closed. The exception will be the city of Wellston.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yep. All right. Well, very good. Thank you, Pete. And thank you all so much. Do not, for the love of God, forget that tomorrow is Valentine's Day, trying to save all you fellas out there from getting into a whole lot of trouble.
Okay.
And you have your red shirt on, which means some basketball tonight.
Oh, I should have said that. Yes, Jackson plays at Chillicothe. It is rare that we do a road game, but it's an important one. Jackson and Chillicothe are two of the top teams in the area. They're not going to win the Frontier Athletic Conference title. Miami Trace has beat all comers to that.
Okay.
With their 6'8" center, Dylan Guthrie, who is going to Clemson to play football, but he is a daggone good basketball player too. But Jackson lost to Chillicothe on the home court just a couple weeks ago, and so they would like to avenge that game. Whoever wins will be second place, and there's major ramifications because they use something called the rating. They use a computer index now to figure where you're going to be seeded to the tournament, and Jackson and Chillicothe are neck and neck. So the winner of that game will be a better seed, and that you get a better pairing in the tournament.
Yep.
So there's that writing on that too. But I know Jackson, 16-3, would just love to win that game, avenge that, and finish second place in the conference. And so we will be on the air at about between 7 and 7:30 p.m. from Chillicothe. So,
Very good.
if you can't go, you can listen. And I understand that the Jackson High School media team are going to try to stream it.
I was going to ask that
That's
next.
the last thing I heard.
Okay.
Because normally Total Media doesn't stream away games unless, it's a tournament game.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you, Pete, for the update. And you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy Valentine's Day and happy President's Day. We'll see you right back here on Monday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Hey, everybody. You gonna wave?
Hi.
Hey, everybody. We are here on Main Street TV, and we have some special guests with us today. These two girls are Daisy Girl Scouts. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name is Josephine. My name is Belle.
And they are here with some exciting news because it is...
Cookie season.
It is cookie season, which is the most exciting time of the Girl Scout year for everybody. Even if you're not a Girl Scout, it is the most exciting time to not be a Girl Scout because you can eat Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, and they are getting ready to sell their cookies. They were just delivered to them yesterday, right? Yeah. So the cookies are in town. They are local, and they are getting ready to sell them at their booths, which are going to be set up all over the area, all over through like Wellston and into Vinton County. You might see them in Jackson, maybe. Yep, you'll probably see them in Jackson at all different places. But you're here to tell us about all the cookies that are available this year. So why don't you tell us about the cookies?
So sadly, the s'mores just got replaced by a new cookie, which I'm letting Belle say. They're called Explore-Mores.
What's an Explore-More?
It tastes like the Rocky Road ice cream. Yeah.
And do you know what Rocky Road tastes like?
No.
No. Rocky Road ice cream is chocolate ice cream, and it has marshmallows and nuts in it.
Yeah. I don't like marshmallows,
but some people probably do. Yeah. It's a very popular ice cream flavor. I bet you it's a tasty cookie. Have you guys gotten to taste those?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're really good.
Oh, they're really good. Even from somebody who doesn't like marshmallows. Pretty exciting. What else do you have on the cookie menu this year?
We have Thin Mints. a lot of people do like Thin Mints. Yeah, they're pretty popular. Yeah. And they're really good if you put them in the freezer and you take them out, like they're so good.
Oh yeah, when they're cold, they are very, very yummy. Very yummy. They're chocolatey and they're minty, but they're not super minty. Yeah. They don't taste like toothpaste. Yeah, they're not that kind of mint. They're cookie mint.
Mm-hmm. Cookie mint.
Yeah, they're probably one of the more popular Girl Scout cookies, I would guess. They may even be the most popular one. Yeah. What else do you have on the menu?
We have lemon ups, a usual one. And our favorites are trefoils. Yeah, trefoils, but roast.
What's a trefoil?
It's like kind of like a heart-shaped cookie. Wait, no, like kind of like a flower shape, kind of shape. It looks like kind of like a rose. Yeah.
Okay, and what does it taste like?
I can't really explain. It's too good.
Is it kind of buttery?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. They're yellow, aren't they? Kind of a yellowy color. Mm-hmm. Do you know what the trefoil is? Do you recognize that symbol? Is it anywhere like on your uniforms, on your vests or anything? Maybe.
I think it might have too much badges.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The last time they were in, they showed me all of their patches and their badges on their vests. It was amazing. You guys have done so much. Yeah. But the trefoil, that's the Girl Scout symbol. Yeah. That's why they're like so cool to have a Girl Scout cookie that's the same shape. So what else do we have? We've got Thin Mints and trefoils and the new Rocky Road ones.
Lemon Ups. Like, they're not too lemony, but they're not too not lemony. Yeah, so they're kind of just in the middle of lemony and non-lemony to just make it a perfect type of lemony. There is glazed icing at the bottom of the cookie. Yeah. So if you don't think there's icing, you should just check on the bottom because there should be some icing on the bottom. You might not see it, but who knows? It might just be see-through.
Okay. What else do we have? Do we have anything with peanut butter? I love peanut butter.
Oh, yeah. We have tagalongs. Yeah, tagalongs are my second favorite. I love tagalongs. They taste like a type of candy. They taste like a type of candy that I like. Also, a lot of people like tagalongs, too, because, I don't know, because my mom likes them a lot. Mm-hmm.
They're really yummy if you put them in the refrigerator or the freezer too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like maybe the same amount of yummy with the Thin Mints.
Probably shouldn't eat them at the same time because mint and peanut butter might not be the best combo. So maybe like alternate them or something. But you said they taste kind of like a candy bar. So they're chocolate and they're peanut butter and they're a cookie. So it's almost like a Reese's with a cookie.
Yeah. Reese's, that's the candy I was meant.
But with a cookie.
Yeah. So it's... Yeah.
It's almost like if you took the trefoil cookie and you put a Reese's on top of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really yummy, especially when they're cold. Or with ice cream. They're really good with ice cream, too.
And there is a cookie that is dog-friendly. I'll let Belle say it. Dosey-Dos.
Okay.
Dog-friendly. If you want some... dogs can eat it. And it's kind of like... with, like, oatmeal... And, like, a texture and, like, I forgot the other texture.
Well, it has peanut butter in it, too. So it's like an oatmeal cookie layer and then a peanut butter layer and then another oatmeal cookie layer, I think, aren't they?
No.
But there's no chocolate, so dogs can eat them.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you don't like chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Adventurefuls.
Okay, and what's an Adventureful?
They look stripy. Yeah. They have, like, stripes on them. And they kind of look like a donut. I think they have caramel inside.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I like caramel.
Caramel
is
is
yummy.
Like a donut shape. Yeah. Yeah. But like it's filled in with a different color from the outside. Mm-hmm.
So are they chocolate also? I think they might be chocolatey too. They're like a chocolate caramel cookie. Yeah. I think so. That sounds really yummy too.
And hi, Miss Jackson, if you're watching this.
Do we have any others? Oh, yep. I know there's at least one on there because it's one of my favorite cookies.
Miss Hawk?
No, the cookies.
Oh.
We're talking about cookies. You got to stay on the important stuff. The important stuff is the cookies. Right? Because that's the yummy stuff.
Yeah.
Not that your teachers and friends aren't important too. What about the stripy ones? What about these stripy ones?
Yeah, that's really
That's
donut shape.
Samoas.
Oh,
Careful. The Samoas, they look like a donut because they have a hole in the middle, right?
yeah.
And those are chocolatey too, and they're caramely, but they have something special. Do you know what they have?
But they don't actually look like the donuts you see that are like big.
They're not
just
puffy.
like
They're not puffy. They're a
no,
cookie.
Yeah, they're cookie.
They're a cookie.
Do not a big donut.
Yes.
But what do they have that makes them special? Do you know?
I forgot.
Coconut.
Coconut.
Yep, that's their secret ingredient.
Coconut.
And love.
Coconut.
Because the secret ingredient is always love.
My favorite is Toffee-tastic, I think. I forgot if it was. Yeah, I kind of can't name all the cookies.
Yeah,
Toffee-tastic.
Okay.
This one is.
Oh yeah, Toffee-tastic is. I like it.
Yeah. We don't love it, but we like it.
Okay.
I like it. All the
Probably
cookies
other
I
people
like.
it. Probably other people love it too.
Which one is, there's one that's gluten-free, isn't there?
Yes.
Which one is gluten-free? Is it the Toffee-tastic
Yes,
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the Toffee-tastic. So if you have a gluten allergy or if gluten bothers you, then there's a cookie for you too. So whether you are a dog or a human, there's a cookie for you.
That's why these cookies are special, so a lot of people can get some.
Yeah.
If you can eat gluten or not, there's cookies for you. If you like chocolate or not, if you're not a chocolate person, there's cookies for you too, because there's trefoil cookies and there's do-si-dos. Neither one of them have chocolate in them
Yeah.
because some people don't like chocolate.
I don't.
Yeah.
Type of chocolates I like and types I don't.
I love chocolate. But my granddaughter, she doesn't like chocolate either, so I get it.
Yeah.
There's other things to eat
Yeah.
besides chocolate.
So, some people like different things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how much is a box of Girl Scout cookies?
$6 each.
$6 for a box of Girl Scout cookies. And I remember when I sold Girl Scout cookies, and they were not $6. But one thing that has not changed since I was your age and selling Girl Scout cookies is that the money goes to help your troop do fun things, right? So why don't you tell our viewers some of the fun things you guys have gotten to do?
Camping.
Watching new movies.
Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah. And it was extra fun because it was Belle's birthday when it was Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I like Great
think
Wolf
it was
Lodge.
a late birthday or an early birthday.
Yeah.
Pretty sure late.
Did you get the cool ears?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Somebody
I still have mine.
made them. It was like not just regular ears. They actually had a birthday sign on them.
That is so fun. Why don't you tell us about camping? Did you like going camping?
Oh, yeah.
Was it cold or was it warm outside?
Sometimes cold, sometimes warm.
Do you see any bears?
No.
Oh, okay.
That would be scary. Though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Once it was too stormy to go with tents, so it was done during lightning, so we had to go inside to sleep, and then I was kind of a little scared when it was thundering.
Because the power went off and we had to use these stinky porta potties.
Oh, well, that's the fun of camping, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's the fun part of camping.
Yeah, no.
It's not.
It might be the funny part of camping, but it's not necessarily the fun part of camping.
Also, a lot of tents blew into the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was kind of
my.
crazy.
If anyone found those tents, dogs, probably.
So do you have a goal of how many boxes of Girl Scout cookies you want to
We
sell?
both want to sell 1,600.
Wow, 1,600 boxes each?
Yeah.
Do you know how much that would be total?
No.
3,200 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Oh my gosh. And what is your troop hoping to do with the money that you guys raise from selling cookies?
I kind of just want to go to any kind of vacation. Or camping. That's all I really want to do.
I want to, I forgot the name of it.
What?
Kings Island.
Oh, you want to
Kings
go to an
Island.
amusement park. That would be fun.
I haven't went to a music park in a while.
Wow. Have you guys been on roller coasters before?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really fun. At the zoo, I've been there. At that roller coaster and Disneyland, they are so fun.
I want to Kings Island ones, and then my sister didn't really like roller coasters, but there was a roller coaster that she actually liked, and actually I may have or may have not saw somebody drop their glasses on the floor when they were on the roller coaster.
Well, I think Josephine and I would be like, I hope they got them back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably.
Yeah, that would be kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I think they got it back.
That'd be kind of,
Glasses off? Oh, not that fun.
no,
Yeah.
I can't see. I don't know about you, but I can't see without mine.
I can see without mine, but I can't see that.
Yeah. So that would be kind of a bummer to have to walk around Kings Island and not be able to see all the fun stuff.
Yeah,
so.
because you just can't see. Like, if I have my nose glasses, I can't see. Oh, I might need to put those back on. Yeah.
So we know you went camping and you've done some other cool vacation kinds of stuff. Do you do like arts and crafts or learn about science, all those kinds of things in Girl Scouts too?
Yeah. We once did a fairy house, but Mom just dropped it into a puddle.
Oh my.
And she had to throw it in a tray.
Oh my.
It took so long to build it. We connected mine and, well, Josephine wanted mine, and then I wanted hers. So we just connected it. And it just made thin, sadly. Mom dropped it in the water. And then it got through in the dumpster.
Oh my. Well, we can always make another one, right?
Yeah. But that would take so long. Yeah, and it's not going to be as good.
Oh, I think it would be even better because you have so much experience now.
But I don't have much cardboard at my house.
Oh, well, I'm sure Mom
we have
could find some cardboard.
Yeah.
I know your mom, and I'm fairly certain she has access to some cardboard.
Oh, Josephine, whenever you come to my house, we can build that with Legos because I have a Lego set.
That might be more sturdy than cardboard, too. I think it would be harder to find the fairies than to find the cardboard and the Legos. What do you think?
We have lots of cardboard at my house. I kind of screamed a little bit in the car because I was mad and sad.
That's okay.
Yeah, mad and sad.
That's okay. It's okay to be mad and sad sometimes when things happen.
Today I'm excited because today we have Lego night.
You have Lego night tonight?
And we won.
That sounds fun.
We won a lot of times, just not first place. So we're hoping to win. Last time it was a skating rink, and we did really good. Ice skate. But the first time I came to town when I was really new, Belle never won Lego night. But then when I came to her school and we meted up with each other and we became friends, and then when we went to Lego night together, we always won. Yeah.
Do you know what you're going to build?
No, it's a theme. We don't know the theme.
Oh, so it's a surprise when you get there, and then you have to think of what you're going to build, and then you actually have to build it with the stuff there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
I hope that we get a prize for winning first place if we do win first place. Yeah, we get a prize if we win first, second, or third, but the rest, we don't get a prize.
What have you built before at Lego night?
We built a gingerbread house.
Okay.
I forgot that one. Because you were not there. It was just me. Did you do good? I kind of just made lots of people eating the gingerbread house. Because I didn't have enough brown pieces, so I just got creative and made people eating the gingerbread house.
Okay, so that one wasn't a Lego thing, right? You weren't eating the Legos, though, were you?
No.
Okay, because we shouldn't eat the Legos.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain they don't taste good.
If you choke on it, you could die.
You also probably could find an older Girl Scout that maybe could help you. Because when you get older, they teach you how to handle things like that. But the more important thing to learn when you're little, like the three of us, is not to eat the Legos in the first place.
But Lego people were eating the yummy chocolate.
Okay. Yeah, they can totally. The Lego, the little minifigs, oh yeah, they can eat as many Legos as they want.
Bo, my brother, he's 4, and I don't think he would, but just in case, I kind of remind him not to eat my Legos.
That's very important. You want to make sure that our viewers know, don't eat the Legos.
Yeah, that could make you choke, or it could just make you.
Even if they look like yummy gingerbreads, do not eat them.
You probably do not want to go to the emergency room.
No, we don't want to do that.
Because it might be fun what you were doing today, and then you had to just stop and then go to the emergency room, and then the day would be ruined. Yeah.
So I know that you said that you met Belle when you moved here. Is Girl Scouts a good way to meet new friends?
Yeah.
And make new friends?
We made 3 new friends.
Yeah, Benjamin was one.
No,
Wait.
I meant at Girl Scouts.
Oh, yeah.
That one girl moved, and then the other girl went there, and then another girl we met last. It was the person that looked just lonely, and she was sitting across from us just doing this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we just,
We decided to talk to her and stuff, and then,
I just gotta stretch my legs for a
she had
second.
10 bunnies.
10 bunnies?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This one has 3 bunnies.
Oh my gosh.
They made it for the snow. Hooray!
Especially Snowy.
Yeah. Wait, Snowy. Wait, because the only way we could catch to put in the garage was Snowy, even though she loves snow. I don't know if she loves it. We just named her Snowy.
Yeah, because
I wish I could. Can I stretch my legs for a second?
Yes, of course you can. So would you recommend becoming a Girl Scout to other kids that want to do fun things and meet new friends? Would Girl Scouts be a good way to do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you get to have fun selling cookies. So I know that you're going to have your cookie booths coming up very, very soon.
And Friday it's starting.
Okay, and do you know what you're going to say to people when you see them when they come up to when they're walking like into the store? Do you know what you're going to say to them to try to get them to buy your cookies?
Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
And if they ask you what is your favorite cookie out of all the cookies here,
Trefoil.
We'll also say
I hope that you're well stocked on those because some people might take your suggestions and want to buy the ones that you guys like.
We'll also tell them that there is a new cookie.
Yes, it is called Explore More. The new cookie that got put in because since the s'mores got replaced, the Explore More are putting in.
Something very happened once. Something very happy happened once. It was when they bought like 5 or up boxes of cookies.
Oh yeah.
And then they as soon as they got the cookies, they went to the car and then they sat there for a few minutes eating their cookies.
Okay, that would be me. It wasn't me, but that would be me. The cookies probably wouldn't make them home.
The cookies are famous, and so we're famous.
Yeah.
So here's the secret, okay? And you can tell this to people like this is a sales idea for you, okay? If somebody comes up, let's say a dad comes up and he's all by himself, or a mom comes up and they're all by themselves, or grandma or grandpa, somebody like that, okay? But they're all by themselves. That's the key, okay? You gotta remember that part. And they were gonna buy cookies. You say, you buy 2 boxes of cookies. You buy 1 for you to eat in the car on the way home. And then you buy 1 box to go into the house to say, look, I bought us a box of Girl Scout cookies.
They'll probably do even more than that.
Because then they won't know that you ate the whole box on your own on the way home.
Yeah, they'll probably be mad if they did.
Yeah. I call those car cookies. I usually have cookies in my car, and I call them car cookies. They're the cookies I eat in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think cookies are like perfect all the time. They're a very easy thing to eat while you're driving because they're not messy. It's not like eating a burrito and everything falls down while you're eating it. It's just a
I've been
cookie.
eating 3 tacos in the car.
Tacos are messy. Hot dogs are messy. Cookies, not messy.
So it was kind of
not really.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Okay, weigh in on this one. Cookies and milk, like dunking cookies in milk, or cookies and milk on the side, or no milk at all? What do you think?
Cookies and milk.
Yeah, cookies and milk.
On the side, or put the cookies in the milk?
In the milk.
In the milk.
In the
definitely.
milk. Okay.
Even though I don't like milk, I'm just giving you a suggestion.
Or hot cocoa, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I like hot cocoa.
Okay. I like mine on the side. I don't put them inside.
My brother doesn't like hot cocoa.
I like when my mom makes it kind of hot, and then you've been outside, and when you take that first drink, you feel the hot in your stomach, and it feels good.
And what about if you had like hot cocoa and cold Girl Scout cookies? That would probably be really tasty too.
Yeah, you could just like drop it in, or just dip it.
And then eat it. Yeah. It's yummy.
There
That's
you
the
go.
best part.
And it's almost Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And so would Girl
we
Scout
haven't
cookies
seen
maybe make a good Valentine's Day present for somebody that you love and care about, maybe?
Just mom,
Wait,
dad, grandma, grandpa.
If I had to give them a gift, I would probably give them their favorite Girl Scout cookie.
Oh, yeah. For Girl Scouts, yeah.
My mom, I would give her tag-alongs because she loves tag-alongs.
Yeah, she
So you guys are going to start your booth sale, so we want you all to look for our local Girl Scouts. They're going to be out at all different locations, McDonald's and Walmart and all sorts of places all through Vinton and Jackson County. Keep an eye out for them. They'll be set out in front of the stores and help them out in their quest to make it on a roller coaster, because together we can get them to Kings Island and camping and all the other fun things that you guys get to do, not just the special things, but the things you get to do at like all of your meetings, because like arts and crafts supplies and science supplies and going to the movies, all those things cost money. And so as a community, we can help you do those things and have a lot of fun.
Communities are important.
Communities are very important.
A lot of times we go to McDonald's to sell cookies because this girl owns it. So we kind of just get food for free.
And last time we did at McDonald's, every time when it got cold, we went inside and it took just literally everything off inside my clothes, and then we just
Okay, okay. So, so if you guys, they are at the McDonald's, you can pick up your Girl Scout cookies, go inside and buy yourself an ice cream cone or a milkshake or a Frappuccino thingy on the McCafe menu so that you can have it to go with your coffee. And they sell coffee. Yeah, McDonald's, they sell coffee. Yeah. So all of those things you can have with your cookies. So you can combine the two together. So make sure that you guys watch out for them. They're going to be out and about over the next weekish or so. And you can pick up your cookies and take them home and share them with
buy them.
Yes, make sure you buy them. Don't just take them. Make sure that you buy them. Take them home and enjoy them with all of your loved ones, right?
And maybe even share them with your community.
Oh, that's a good point. If somebody wants to support the Girl Scouts, but they don't like cookies, maybe they can't eat cookies because they're on a diet or because they have a health concern, you can always buy cookies and you can donate them to our local food pantries or put them in one of the blessing boxes or give them to one of your neighbors. So even if you can't eat cookies, you could buy a box of cookies and take them to your neighbor or take them into the office and share them with the people that you work with. It's a good way to support the Girl Scouts, but not break your diet resolutions.
Especially on Valentine's season, because it's Valentine's, and Valentine's is just spending time with your family, with your time and just giving and all.
Also,
love stuff.
You might, if you are like younger like us or like you do class a lot, you might want to keep your boxes because you could make something very creative and it might be really good.
I love that idea. So our viewers know I am crafty and I like making junk journals, and I would totally take a box and make a journal out of it. 100%. Now you gave me a whole nother idea. Now I got another junk journal I need to make. Thanks a lot, guys.
I got a lot of junk ones and made like a box with popsicle sticks and a little thing of cardboard that was just laying around. And then I made a box with googly eyes on it, and then I made a beak and then a mouth that I put all my tiny stuff in of like beads and all those kinds of stuff.
Get creative with your things that you have trash.
I know. You know what? And I did not talk them into saying that. They said that all on their own.
Yeah. Oh, and it would be a good thing because then anybody that has to take trash out,
make them creative.
Yeah, and then they won't have to do so much work taking the trash out. Maybe you can just help them a little bit by using them.
It's also good for our earth because it's recycling instead of it just going in the trash. Because we don't want to throw stuff in the trash.
A lot of times we go out places like Elmo we did once, and we picked up trash.
Yeah.
So the earth doesn't get sick and stuff.
That's right.
Because we need those.
Yes.
We need to take care of our community and just like all the other people. And since we pick up trash, there's even a day to pick up trash of how much the community needs our earth to be healthy. And
in my yard, when it's like summer, and I try to work really hard when it's cold too, to go out in my yard a lot of times and pick up as much trash as I can see.
That's very, very important. So we covered cookies. So before we go, we've already told everybody where to go get the cookies. Before we go, is there anybody that you want to say hello to?
Miss Jackson, my classmates,
Miss Hawk.
Yes,
And my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, which we're probably going to be watching.
Yeah, me
whenever
too.
It comes on.
All my parents.
Because I like to watch myself when I'm famous.
Ooh, and grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, and grandma and grandpa.
And the rabbits.
And oh yeah,
And the rabbits.
And the rabbits.
and the rabbits. Even if they can't watch TV.
Yeah.
And Bunny
They
TV.
can, wait, they can imagine it.
Oh yeah, they can imagine it, but I
There
don't
you
know
go.
how they're gonna imagine it.
Yeah, because you don't know. Maybe they will, because you don't speak Bunny probably. But money, some of you might, but it would be kind of hard.
You never know. Some of them might.
Yeah.
But be creative. Just if you have like a lot of trash and like anything, then maybe be creative instead of just throwing it away, because trash could be made into something even beautiful.
Of course. 100%. So
So-
don't forget, cookie season. It's now. Right now. Get your cookies. Watch for our lovely Girl Scouts. If you see Josephine and Belle out in the community, make sure that you say, "Hi, I remember you. I saw you on Main Street TV and I want to buy your cookies." Yes. Buy lots of cookies.
The bricks.
Together, we will make sure that they have a wonderful year before they come back to sell more cookies. Maybe you guys will come back and tell us how many boxes of cookies you sold and what you ended up doing with your money. Okay, will you do that? Will you come back and visit me?
Yeah.
Maybe bring some of your junk creations, and I'll bring my junk creations, and we'll show each other. We can have a junk gallery show.
Yeah.
Oh, and please be creative and take care of your earth and all that kind of stuff.
And community if you
Yep.
want it to be say
Just-
something else.
You
And
can
be kind.
say whatever way you want. Just do the same thing that we were saying.
Yeah.
That will help the earth not
Be
to get
healthy.
sick.
Stay healthy, strong, just like humans need.
There you go. Daisy Girl Scout wisdom. So we're going to say goodbye now, okay? And we will see you soon. Girl Scout cookies, make sure you get them.